All right, sorry, we're back in action here. All right, everyone. Well, we're ready to stream some from Beyond Death Theros here. Wow, well, we can't really get too complainative about that here. We've got 1, 2, 3 rares in red. Unfortunately, I believe red is one of the less strong color combinations, but I mean, we've got a pretty decent pool of red cards here. Just can't complain too much. Okay, fantastic. I got some good white cards here. I'm already liking the look of our white. Wow, we have some really good white commons here, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm just going to do a little bit of sound balancing here. Fantastic enchantments as well. Yeah, I'm just blown away. This is going to be a pretty good sealed pool so far. And white being our strongest color, we're going to have to find a solid pairing for it. Not seeing anything that's blowing me away in blue. We do have Shoal Kraken. Mogus's Favor, Grim Physician. The Shimmering Chimera is also quite good. Got 3 copies of Myers Triton in black. Got Tyrmit, Scavenging Harpy, Final Death, Gravebreaker Lamia. Pretty pleased with this so far. And Grey Merchant of Asphodel, there we go. Okay. Triumph of Annex until end of turn. Counters. That's not the worst enchantment I've seen. Okay, and our green is pretty shallow. We don't really have a lot going on in there. So just from an initial glance, I'm really liking this white-black combination. 3 Mire Triton, an Omen of the Dead, Grey Merchant, Gravebreaker, Final Death, Tyrmit, and this Ox would be fantastic to try and take advantage of. But no, I'm not really seeing too much. The only rare that we're not playing at this point. Not a huge fan of Eidolon of Destruction. It is an enchantment creature and a 2/2 for strike. That's interesting. This seems pretty stupendous. 3 mana, 3/2 that creates another body. Doesn't seem horrific either. Okay, well, let's cut down from here. We've got actually exactly 24 cards. I think our top end is pretty heavy. Let's just take a look at that. I don't mind the blend of creatures there. I'm not sure how potent Grey Merchant will be with limited, and Tyrmit for that matter, with limited black cards. We don't really have much else. Let's just take a look here, taking some filters off. Could probably use Mogus's Favor. We could probably use the Scavenging Harpy. I don't know why we're not using this other Final Death. So in that case, let's just take a look at what's our weaker cards. This Omen of the Sun seems pretty stupendous. I think it's probably safe to cut off Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Lean a little bit heavier into white, so that makes me feel like Tyrmit would be fine to cut out there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 enchantments that are going to be able to stick underneath of something. We've got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards to trigger for enchantment based strategies, so this doesn't seem that bad. The only question is, do I want to go up Transcendent Envoy? Doing as I said, we only have 4 auras. I don't think we need 2. I actually think we could look at possibly increasing not the hugest fan of this, but it is an enchantment creature, so it does trigger for... Our curve seems pretty high. Let's just take a look at that again. I actually have so many 2-drops. I'm thinking that we go down this Transcendent Envoy and then we go up. I'm thinking this Venomous Hierophant. Just want to make sure that we're not missing out on anything splashable. This Omen of the Sea seems really good to splash. Same with the Shimmering Chimera. We don't have a lot of fixing, unfortunately. Have we get any lands? No, I don't think we missed anything particularly insane. I think with this many creatures in deck, though, we do want to look at three cards in deck, so we can have 17 land. We are pretty heavy on the 2-drops, but I think we need a pretty healthy blend of both of those there. Now let's see what we suggest for lands. So 12 and 10, I would say probably 9-8. We got a guest here. Hello, Halo. He is right beside the camera. You can't see it quite yet. Oh, there he is. Halo, what are you doing? Big hype in the chat for kitty chat hype. Okay, so I think we go 9-7 here. So let's just having a bit of problems figuring out what we need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. You know, I'm not so sure what to expect, but fast. Well, I don't really see what else we can ask for here. Let's move this. Okay. So what did the opponent have? What could the opponent have here that really messes with us? The only thing that we're really going to be able to do is play this Harpy, but I think I like that play a little bit better than falling under curve. I don't think we want to attack here. I think we're on defense. The opponent looks pretty aggressive, so. Red-white. Okay, so the second color combination is revealed. White has some of the best enchantments, so I'm really worried about this. Okay, so 2-2 and a 3-2 coming in. But you know what? I think honestly, I think we're just going to wait for our chance to trade more positively with the 2-1. So we're just going to block here, saving ourselves a bit of damage. Right in the way of the block, right of my cards, but I'm just having a blast looking at the stream here. Hey Halo, can you say hi? He is fascinated with what's going on stream right now. Oh, now he's trying to move the camera. Alright, so Entrancing Lyre, this actually is going to be pretty good here. I think we just deploy the Entrancing Lyre. That way it gives us a little bit of extra time. I'm not so worried about what the opponent's got going on here, it's just another 2 damage. So I'm actually going to take a chance to smash in, because next turn we're going to set up for quite a defensive turn. Sorry, I do need the cat to move so I can see. Okay, now we're into attackers. Cat has officially moved into the best position possible now, so that I can at least see the bottom right of my screen. Right, Halo? Oh, crap, there we go. Alright. Yeah, and then after that, we're just gonna pass the turn. Halo. Big goofball. So we are gonna get smushed here a little bit. I mean, taking 5, but oh, the hero Nyxborn. Okay, that is not good. ETBs, cast a spell, targets hero creatures you control. Not good. Alright, and just in the nick of time, we've got our second white here, so we're going to stabilize up a bit. I do think that the Entrancing Lyre is best used on the Glory Bearers, so I think what we'll do here is we'll play another Mire Triton, wait, stabilize up, and we'll really put the opponent on needing an answer here for turn 4, I guess. So let's jam sideways. Got to keep in a steady amount of damage. So, conclude our turn there after that. Now, this Glory Bearers allows for a really unsettling attack here. I could see a world where they just Alpha Strike, but it's actually not so bad for me. What I do here is block the Mire Triton, and then we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going down to 13, but then gaining 1 off of the Daxos. So if they don't deal with the Daxos here, I think we're in really good shape for the next couple turns, because then we can profitably play a 2-drop, tap down this guy. I think we're away to the races. I mean, we're gonna have the better 8 endgame. We're already representing Woe Strider out of the graveyard, which will be a 5/4 with an 0-1 go. I really like that. So again here, I really like this block. I don't see a lot of problems with actually either of these. If we end up losing the what's called the trick, I don't mind that. But really didn't take a lot of damage here from this trade. We're only down to 15 actually with that block. So I think we're actually setting up for a pretty good endgame, honestly. And it wasn't a land. Well, that's okay. I think what we're just going to go ahead and do here is, like we discussed, leave up the Halo's right in the way. Leave up the 2 mana, deploying the Mire Triton here, and then we're just going to jam again in the air with the Scavenging Harpy. Okay, so I do need the cat to move. But you know what? He's so damn cute, we're just going to let him do his thing. Let's attack with the Scavenging Harpy. hold control here so that I don't pass priority. I'm actually going to target the careless celebrant, so that way it doesn't get to shoot anything on our board. Yeah, and like I said, I really like our chances here. It's going to escape the Underworld Greyhound. Makes sense. I think from here, what we're going to do is... got a lot of options. We could escape, stabilizing a little bit more. I don't hate that, actually. I think we're going to take that advantage to escape exiling 4 other cards. So let's exile you, and you. And I think we're just going to move to combat. Swing in the air. And I really don't see a very good opportunity for the opponent to get us here. This Liar really is putting in some work against the opponent. I'm not the hugest fan of artifacts, but this ability is very potent. It's reminiscent of Fidelkin Shackles to me. So the opponent's just going to attack with the Underworld Rayhound. I'm actually just going to take it. I actually want to sort of spike up for Hero Nyxborn or Hero of the games, so no blocks, and just take that to the chin. Ah, the Captivating Unicorn, I see. Now if they fall off with a enchantment-based spell, I'm going to be pretty worried about that. Okay, my turn will decline. Okay, so in this case, I think we're going to exile. This is actually kind of interesting. How do we push through the most amount of damage? I think we lead with an attack with the Woe Strider after Mogus is favoring it. This doesn't have lifelink. I actually don't hate playing the Gravebaker Lamia. I think we just keep on the flying line here. And I think from here we have a lot of options if we just pass. I could see a world where the Captivating Unicorn kind of gets us, so I think we'll just hold control here and wait for the opponent to cast something. If they do cast an enchantment, we'll respond by exiling the Unicorn. If the opponent's going to attack again, I don't think anything's really changed. I like our favors winning this race. We could go to blocks with the token, actually. And then we could sacrifice it. Block, and then before damage, we will. Don't think we need that right now. This just really solidifies move to end step. wonder what the opponent's thinking on here. I'm sure it has something to do with getting rid of our Woe Strider. It's really gumming up the ground quite well. Recast your spell each combat. Okay. Yeah, I think we're fine with that. Okay. So in this case, I think we're going to exile the Captivating Unicorn. Okay, I think we slam the Greatbreaker Lamy here. I'm feeling a little foolish for that there. At least this way we do get to re-escape the Woe Strider. Yeah, no, I think the opponent's seen enough. It's a little too methodical in my turns, taking lots of time, so we'll have to probably resume this as I have other commitments in a couple hours, but okay, so yeah, if we just keep that kind of play though, I don't really see. We had a pretty nasty deck. We were able to really stabilize and lock down the opponent's strategies early on. Okay, so for this 7, really doesn't have any action. Fortunately, we'll have to mulligan. There's no black in this hand. I think we can begrudgingly keep. I don't like going down to 5. We do spike a land. We do, at the very least, we do have Omen of the Sun. So if we put the Daybreak Chimera down, that doesn't seem horrific. This is a turn 4 Daybreak Chimera, though. Yeah, I think we keep this, and I think we put the Mire Triton down to the bottom. Gives us kind of our best chance, spiking basic swamp. Kind of the nightmare scenario here, but we can spike them with a Omen of the Sun out of nowhere, so Opponent's definitely incentivized to attack here. If they have counterspell, it does kind of ruin us. Pretty easy beats there. Next turn we can at least go Daybreak Chimera. I'm a little salty that we haven't got Black Land yet though. I think one of the easiest ways to bluff an attack here is to just move straight through attacks. Opponent blocks, this is really good for us. We get to trade up with the 2-mana instant. As expected, the opponent doesn't bite. I think we really need to set up for sort of our best case scenario over the next 3 turns. If we lyre down this Kraken, we're going to have a much better chance of taking the opponent out. It wasn't our best use of mana, but the opponent does invest into this Kraken, it could just take over the game. And as expected, the opponent does so, non-surprisingly. Well, that was definitely a windmill slam to the face. I think we just pass through turn here, and we just wait and see how worse this can get. This Kraken is going to do really hard, really bad things to us if this continues to happen. Opponent having Whirlwind Denial there was very clutch. I think we just got to take our beats here. here. We get to actually play a little defensive, I think. I think we're just going to pass through our turn. Sort of set up a little bit of a lock here for the opponent to don't mind draw going here at this point. But now that we've locked down the Kraken, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little shocked that the opponent didn't actually invest in it last turn. It would have made us tap down an additional mana here. Assuming the opponent has something like Revoke Existence in their main deck, it's very potent in this meta, so I wouldn't be shocked to see that come through and take us down. I think we definitely take this this damage here. We have Phalanx Tactus, so this gives us a lot of extra attacking power. If we draw a land here, I think we definitely try and spike the Archon. Well, that's just unfortunate. I think, yeah, we slam down the Daybreak Chimera. Fantastic that it resolves. And yeah, I think from here we could attack. I don't hate that, actually. Opponent does decide to lock that in. It's relatively free for them, I think. Next turn, we're really hoping to draw a Swamp. If we do, I think that really helps our case. I think we're just waiting on bided time here. If the opponent does find that Revoke Existence, it's going to be a big problem for us. We'll have to really find exile a creature card effect. Opponent doesn't have great attacks. Yeah, there it is. It's not great news for us. So we do have to kind of go Runner, Swamp, exile effect. Yeah, I think we've got to kind of call their bluff here. If they are just going for the mill, I'm not so worried about that. If they do have a buff effect, then, you know, they got us. We are behind, and we need to take what free trades we can get. We could spike black off the top here. I think we play Woe Strider. This Mogus's favor is tempting. Could opt to race. Oh, never mind. Well, I think we just did it. Commanding Presence is fantastic. We will opt to place that right there. Hope that the opponent doesn't have some kind of form of counter magic. 2 mana, I don't think there's anything that gets us. Wow, and yeah, we're array to the races. This is a fantastic spell to spike here. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright. That's not good at all. It's looking like we're gonna get spiked by this Kraken. Well, this might be a turn too late. What we can do here is play the Woe Strider. Just taking a quick look. I think in this case here, yeah, memory drain. Okay. That really leaves our options limited. I think at this point, pretty much dead. The only things we can do is we take 4, we go to 2, we can block the Kraken. It's 2 + 1. Can kill the Kraken if we favor up the... We don't have enough mana to favor up the... Yeah, so it has to be just pass. Pass turn. Block Kraken. Which is not what we want to be doing. And it's just out of reach by 1 turn for us. Wow, this is a really nasty deck. I think that was the final nail in the coffin here, ladies and gentlemen. That was a big problem. Yeah, I think we just give them the old concede. They got us. Yeah, this looks like a snap keep. Got a really good game plan. I think we deploy Omen of the Sun on turn 3 there, depending on what colors we see the opponent on. Fantastic. That means we can do double white, Daxos, Omen of the Sun. Very pleased with that. There isn't a lot of flash creatures here that I'm thinking about. Not really too sure what the opponent could be having here. They haven't played anything other than the spell on the 1/1, so kind of intriguing. This Woe Strider combination here is really, really potent. Fascinating. I don't know what the opponent could have. I'm trying to think of flash creatures in white, black. I can't think of anything that's coming to mind right away, but I'm still learning the sets, so I think in this case we're just going to end the turn. We're going to leave ourselves open with the Omen of the Sun here. Start for real wide. Okay. Myers Crafts is very annoying. We're just gonna hold back and wait and see what the opponent has here. Otherwise, we kind of have them unlocked. Okay, equal to your devotion to white, so that'd be 1. Feel unfortunate for the opponent. They really didn't have plenty there going on. Don't really know what to say there. Well, this looks like a fine keep. It's a little light on action. It's actually, what I mean action, I mean combat tricks, but this Indomitable Will should be great. So I think we'll keep here. We'll of course run out Plains to start out here. Been very lucky at getting to play almost every time. It's been pretty good. I don't like seeing blue. From here, we'll go... We won't give up the gist yet. We'll clear attacks. Kind of see what the opponent has. Didn't have the flashers, so that makes me want to kind of go wider. It's not the best use of our mana, but yeah, I think we're going to go Swamp Fire Trade. Because even making a 3/3 Death Touch doesn't seem horrific here. Okay, opponent's still not showing us anything. A little disconcerting. So I am going to opt for the 3/3 Death Touch line. This will buff our Daxos as well. That's not great. Smell that the opponent's just running a little bit behind effects here, so I think we're going to take advantage of that and set up the turn. We go Captivating Unicorn, and then okay, well, opponent just seems to have run a runner Icomorphosis. I think in that case, we just keep up with our strategy, continue to hit the opponent. Really have them on the ropes here, so playing a Gravebaker Lamia specifically for the black enchantment here. I think that'll really push us over the edge. Since it only needs to escape for 2, which is pretty perfect. I think no matter what the opponent has here, I think we got him. Which is a little overconfident. I'm trying to think of something that gets us, but could be a Revoke Existence, taking out the Daxos, and then blocker for the Gravebreaker. Just not really sure what they could have in white. It could be a Revoke Existence. Revoke Existence would get us pretty good here. It just seems to be the best card in the set. Continue on our little hot streak here, and then I'll have to leave in the next 30 minutes. Thank you for those of you that did come on by and check me out here today. I've had quite a little hot streak, and the opponents haven't really been able to deal with our quick starts out of the gates. Almost every game we've had a Daxos Mire Triton combination that's been really able to put up an aggressive start up against opponents. The most difficult opponent was actually a mono red player. So now here, I'm not wild about this hand. It has most of our colors, has a way to buff these soldiers, but not much other than that. I think we have to do better than this. The fact that we have 4 lands though makes me want to keep this. makes me think that we won't draw any more. But I just don't really see us doing anything for the first 3 turns. Opponent goes first, so we are on the draw. We can use this as a pseudo removal ability. I think it's best to mulligan this. Okay, this is a much better hand. Yeah, I think if we put away the Captivating Unicorn, we've got a really solid game plan here. Perfect. Yeah, this is much better. Mire Triton into probably Heliod's Pilgrim, depending on what the opponent's strategies looks like. Opponent has no illusions of what's going on. They've got a Traveler's Amulet, which is a fantastic card, even for 2-color decks. Great fixing. Okay. So definitely deploy the Mire Triton here. It's really unfortunate we milled Commanding Presence, one of our best enchantments. Really worried is what the opponent has here. If they go for something other than red-white, that would shock me. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Going for Mountain. Yeah, no blocks here. I think we just take our beats and wait to see what the opponent plays. I'm not going to trade down for the 1-3 here. So I think in this case we actually run out our best mana-hungry play. Can make a 3-3 out of this Pilgrim, but I do like going Scavenging Harpy centralized, so let's do just that. Let's start with an attack first. Wow, Haktos, youch. Each other than 2, which is really funny for them because we can actually block this with our 3-1 or 2-1 here. Yeah, I think in this case we just accept the fate of the actually, I don't hate enchanting Haktos here. Enchant Haktos, it will die. Whoops. It's curious. I thought you could enchant opponent's creatures. Guess I was mistaken. Mire Triton has to trade off for the Harpy here, but then we get to chant up the Scavenging Harpy in the sky. Oh, well, that's really unfortunate. Yeah, we are going to get smashed for 6 here. Yikes. So, in that case, what do we plan on doing, I guess, is our next question. Well, just get lucky and draw a Mire Triton, apparently. That's a pretty good game plan. Building my own Haktos here. Oh, this is not good. That is a lot of tokens. Quite an ungodly creature at this point. Ah, that was a big misclick. Giving my opponent a lot more time than what they deserved here. Would have taken them down to 7 if I didn't click through my attacks. But just have to wait and see what happens next here. Okay, so let's go through this nice and slow. Attack 1, that in, play another black, pass the turn. 2 more attacks and the opponent should be out of commission here, saving that they don't have a final player off the top. That's bad news for us. Definitely don't want any funny business with Haktos coming back. That was a very powerful card. Nothing to scoff at here with these army of 1/1s. Definitely potent. I think it's time to look at bringing back the Gravebreaker Lamia. Really like our position now. Able to really navigate through that. With exact mana, we were able to bring back the Gravebreaker Lamia, which will sort of stabilize us with lifelink. And the opponent's really incentivized to get rid of this Scavenger Harpy, or else they're just going to die in the next 2 turns. I think we can actually have them by next turn with the Mogus' favor. So it's this turn or nothing. So what we'll do here is we'll block there. We'll block there, and they are giving us the GGs. So I think in that case that really leaves us, yeah. Thanks to the opponent there for conceding. We really are making a run for it here. At this rate, we are 4-1, moving up to the 7-win bracket, so playing for big stakes here at this point. Well, this is a pretty fantastic keep. I think we're a little bit slower not having anything going on in the next couple turns, but this Commanding Presence is definitely a card to be reckoned with, so I think we'll keep the 7 and hope that we spike a couple of early in action cards off the top. because I'm not massively huge on this hand, but it is a decent keep. Fantastic. I don't think there was anything better that we could have drawn there. Gives us our perfect curve. Mire Triton, heal out Pilgrim into enchant creature. Just stupendous. Wow, and 2 escape cards off the top. That's very potent. Getting incredibly lucky with our draw steps here. Okay, well, I actually don't hate taking a turn off here to deploy Daxos. Yeah, I don't think the Heliod's Pilgrim's getting stupendously better here. So yeah, let's just make an attack first. And I think, although it's not our best use of mana, I find that Daxos can truly be one of the best ways for us to get to that incidental life gain. I'm really worried about what this opponent's got going on here. So it is escape 7. Okay, so I've got a little bit of surprise for him here. We've got a first strike Death Toucher that we are going to deploy on the opponent. Yeah, we will give first strike and Death Touch +2/+2 to the Mire Triton, and we will jam in. This is just a messed up card, and this combination is absolutely just messed up. The opponent really doesn't have a lot of good options for blocking. I think that's probably their best option. This is about as optimal as our turn 4 board stake can look. Opponent's going to have to do something pretty special to bounce back here. They have Final Flare, removing our guy. That also works. Triumphant Surge. Removal spell is definitely what they needed there to bounce back into this. So good on the opponent for having that. So let's look at kind of what we can set up here over the next couple turns. I think our best bet is going to be moving kind of wider. So if we go Plains, Mire Triton, Heliod Pilgrim. I think this sets us up here for pretty darn good. I think we want some vigilance here. I'm not going to be doing actually a lot of blocking, so I'm going to opt for the Indomitable Will instead, and then we'll just go no attacks. We'll kind of try and set up for a bit of a 1-2 punch here. So with this plus this, we can make Mire Triton into a 4-3. 4-2 actually, my apologies. 5-2, sorry. Yeah, Fateful End, that makes sense. Opponent's got a good suite of removal here, which is exactly, I think, our weakness. This incidental life gain has just been pushing us way over the top. I think we say no blocks. Just absorb that 4. Move into... I believe War Strider might be our best bet here. And 4 other creatures in the bin. Yeah, I don't hate that, so I think we just go Swamp and 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Best use of mana is probably just Woe Strider. We'll get 4k. Yeah, so let's move through to our attack. Kind of regretting not getting the Vigilance. So we go Swamp, Archon, Mire Treasure, and Commanding Presence. That looks good to me. Yeah, we're getting some absurd value here out of our cards. So just have to hope that that's enough to beat our opponent's removal here. For the next couple turns, we can Captivate a Unicorn and then start tapping down some big guys and start pushing through our attackers. The opponent looks like they're trying to go tall, which unfortunately is not going to work out well for them with the Captivating Unicorn. Yep, okay. Fighting. Where's the fight going? Because we may as well. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so if it's going to fight there, we may as well get our value, as they say. Yeah, I think that's going to be what we want on top. And like discussed, we'll Captivating Unicorns, deploy it. Tapping down attackers, getting in for a nice hefty beat, and at this point, really, opponent's gonna have to start putting on some more creatures here, or deal with the unicorn in that order. Let's see there's nothing to worry about right now for that. So if we map this out carefully, I think we have the opponent on dead on board. So let's look for that right now. Let's start buffing up. Go. Stupendous. Okay, it's getting exciting. We're getting into the 5-1 bracket here. We spiked a Macabre Mockery. All right. Well, let's just keep on going here, as they say. We'll have to leave in the next 20 minutes, unfortunately. So. Have prior commitments. Well, I don't think we could ask of anything better here. I think we'll keep this and hope that we find land and then the top couple cards. But our potent combination of Triton plus Commanding Presence and even making that pass to 4/3 into a 5 5/5 first strike death touch. Lead off with white here in case we do pull Daxos, even though I do think Mire Triton's going to be our best turn 2 play. Okay. Wow, Banishing Light. Okay. That's some real magic cards right there. Nice. Gross. Very gross. Yeah, that's quite a nightmare scenario. I think we just have to pass the turn here. Really should hope that the opponent doesn't have some counter magic here. Yikes. That is scary. Whew. A 6-5 Hero of the Pride. Yeah, this is some scary beats right here. I think the worst thing possible is we lose our Pious Wayfarer to the 2-mana instant trick, but I think you really have to start putting up a defense. Opponent's got us here. I think they've got the better deck. This is just gross. They're operating these off of 3 mana. Ooh, okay. Unaware of that. Gets +1/+1, so he's able to pump and kill essentially. Yep. Sure thing. You got us. Yeah, that's terrifying. Wow. Nice. Yeah, I think the only thing that saves us here is Woe Strider into Stabilize, question mark? I think we really needed to peel land here. Alright, let's hope this is enough. The opponent has one more removal spell in hand, we're just toast. Seeing Vanishing Light really scares me. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we'll resolve that, but I don't see us coming back from this at this point. What do you think, Halo? I don't think Halo says yeah. What do you think, buddy? He wants to give up. Fair enough. I think we block here, and I think we take the line that Halo's taking. It's time for a nap. Alright, so if we go land Omen of the Dead, we don't have enough black, but we could go Mire Triton and see what happens here. Not dead yet, but pretty toast. I think our last chance is to Commanding Presence the Triton. That's not true necessarily. We Dance of the Dead, bringing back the 3/4, 2/4. I think I like our chances better there. Here, this is a much more safe line. Oh my goodness! Wow! The opponent just has it all. Unreal. So our best line, I guess, is to jump. We block here, jump here. That's not bad. I do think turn over turn, though, we want to get rid of this. Actually. think it's crazy, but we actually take the 4 off of that, and then we wait so we can build our own first striker, so that we can battle the other guy. It's our best chance, I think. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give the opponent a run for their money here. Might just be the final nail in the coffin. Let's see here. Chump with the goat. Lock the 1-1. We're still good. Really need to find something good here. That is not what we want. Really need to spike that removal spell. If we can get it, we're back in it. Or the exact same card. Okay, well, I guess we should have sacked Omen of the Dead too. That was my bad. Stabilizing at 1 is not where I like to be, that's for darn sure. Yeah, it's just a little too much. Definitely should have upkeep sacked the Let's hope that this is a quick game, since I do have to leave shortly after this. Yeah, let's keep this. Well, we were rewarded for playing our planes and understanding that Daxos would be one of our top decks, but we were punished by milling it. Green-blue, this is going to be bad. Don't like enchanting here. I'm gonna wait. I think this is gonna be a bit of a longer game, unfortunately, so I think I'm gonna deploy the Daybreak Chimera first, since I expect that this deck doesn't have a lot of reach. But we'll just have to wait and see. Don't like that the opponent has health stops every time that I feel like that was a very poor use of Return to Nature. That card is very powerful, so. Don't know what the opponent's taking so much time to think about. If it's that fight card, I would have jammed it already if I was them. Guess it would kill the Chimera, so that's not very good. Well, I think in this case, the way that we get through the most damage turn over turn is by starting an attack. Then we're just going to deploy the Chimera. we can really start taking to the skies here. Yes, I could have any number of tricks. I think the opponent is taking a little bit too much time here, focusing on what I could have. Okay. But alas, it was just a bluff. You didn't leave up any blue, so I'm away to the races, as they say. I really do like our spot here. I think it provides us for really a decent position to take the opponent out here. Okay. Good beats, sure. Be very happy to get rid of the So what could the opponent have here that really destroys us? Another one of those fight spells would actually be pretty annoying. There's a lot of blue rares to really be worried about. Kraken, even paralysis would be pretty annoying here, sleep paralysis. It definitely makes me think that they have some sort of counter magic. I think in that case, go land, Indomitable Will on the Lamia. Takes us off of our Woe Strider line, which I'm not huge on. I think we just start with an attack. And if we do lose the Lamia, I'm not super worried about it. Indomitable Will on the Lamia, attack, and then we can play Woe Strider, mean 2, see what the opponent has here in combat. Surely that's something. They're taking far too much time thinking on their plays. Makes sense. Opponent blocks the Death Toucher. It's quite curious. They have the denial spell, the one that counters active abilities. That makes sense. Okay. I guess they got us. Was unaware that escape actually went onto the stack. That's fascinating. It does say cast, so more you know, I guess. Thassa's intervention got us there. Wow, they do have the Kraken. Well, thankfully for us, we can get rid of this Kraken right away. Jam in. Oh wow, runner, final death commanding presence. That's unfortunate, to say the least. That surprises me. Well, hate to end on a little bit of a finale here, but we'll have to back out for today. But thank you so much for joining. I might actually resume playing here a little bit later this evening, but it's been an absolute pleasure. Be sure to not wake up sleeping kitty. Kitty says goodbye. Say bye there, Halo. All right, and thanks to everyone who came on by and watched here today for, I guess, a 5-2 finish, which I'm pretty proud of. All right, well, take care and have a good one.